the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Yeah, but at the issue of Saglemi housing project, Saglemi. In fact, Saglemi has come under serious scrutiny since the start of this month. Emra, His Excellency Nana Kwaku Baako assign Eco Commission multi-million-dollar housing projects. Ewo Pokuase. Yeah, and no, according to the president, the base 8,000 housing units. Yeah, ebe cost to Omaino some over $198 million. Now, former President John Dramani Mahama akasa. Enra wade nsem kakra to dwa about Saglemi. Now, I see one. We are very, very sad, said the current MPP-led administration prioritizing the construction of a national cathedral over the completion of the Saglemi housing project. Orien was say it is unacceptable for Akufo-Addo to spend over $500 million cedis on a national cathedral project that has untimely failed due to corruption and is now abandoned, yet refuses to commit funds to complete a housing project that will benefit thousands of Ghanaian families. Or see the new patriotic party government intentionally abandoned the Saglemi housing project simply because it was initiated by John Mahama and the NDC administration. The misplaced priorities of a government that claims it is unable to raise money to complete the Saglemi housing project and yet is willing to spend $500 million cedis on the largest civil excavation in Africa is humiliating. And a humiliating slap in the face of Ghanaians who entrusted the Akufo-Addo with their mandate. Just think about the countless number of Ghanaian families who could have decent living conditions over the past 7 years, and individuals who could have had a place to truly call home in Saglemi. The way Nsem Kakra, the former president, at the far, Onono Saglemi housing project, $200 million from Swiss bank for the building of some 5,000 housing units. Now we are and Abdul Malik Kwaku Baako, the editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guard, and they are called back to memory lane on an article I was share about the Saglemi housing. Yeah, what they former president say. So obi ese so born the chi ese so no akasa born no akasa no ho achi, because one of the momentous scandalous projects Ghana has ever witnessed the course was Saglemi. Ni said Yewura Abdul Malik Kwaku Baako si 375 about the project itself. Any Saglemi or say the Saglemi facility was meant to be a 5,000 unit residential complex with 1 to 3 bedroom flats for low income earners. The entire 5,000 units were to sit on 300 acres of land. Phase 1 of the $200 million project saw the construction of 180 blocks comprising 1,506 flats for phase 1. Yanto asubi. Yewura Abdul Malik Kwaku Baako echirim say. Meanwhile, upon assuming office and assessing the status of the project, as at the time His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo assumed government, it was convinced that out of that 1,506 housing units, only 868 could be termed as habitable. Habitable. Now, I say, contractors, supervisors were sent to the site to check how much could be raised to complete the project. And to our astonishment, we could need about $68 million to further complete this project. So I asked myself, where did all the $200 million go for 5,000 units? Now, the editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide has disclosed that an alleged cash diversion was done under the Saglemi housing project. According to him, contractors of the controversial affordable housing project diverted close to $40 million prior to the commencement of the project under the erstwhile John Mahama administration. According to Kwaku Baako Abdul Malik, and sample na project in Beshasia, na Constructura OAS, in charge of the building of the 5,000 housing units, and the kind crowd diverted $40 million of the contract sum. Ni yamfa sokra mofo. Ema juma no shasi. Yet also, or say, the Ghana government, according to my facts, the Ghana government paid $80 million as a first tranche to the contractor, as required by the agreement between the Ministry of Works and Housing, Ghana's Parliament House, and Constructura OAS Ghana Limited, the contractor. On the 13th of April 2013, $40 million of this $80 million, that is apparently before the works had even started, a senior member of that company, that is the contractor, had organized what he claims to be a loan from the company to the company's partner outside the country. So, $40 million from the $80 million was not used to do anything in this country. Straight away moved out. How was the work going to be efficiently done? Just ask yourself, and you will see. This is what some of these companies do to countries like Ghana. Mr. Abdul Malik Kwaku Baako explained that the firm subsequently came under intense scrutiny by the Brazilian government over corruption-related activities, resulting in the cash diversion measure to settle an insolvency problem, whereas that cash was actually to be meant for the contract on hand. If 50% of that $80 million was flighted out of Ghana, obviously it will affect the work, so that $40 million went somewhere. It was chopped outside Ghana. No wonder, out of 5,000 housing units, only 5,506 could be completed and only 868 could be habitable. Such a scandalous project. Meanwhile, I know that the state has slapped criminal charges to former Minister of the Works and Housing, Alhaji Collins Dauda, and 4 others for causing financial loss to the state over their involvement into the Saglemi housing project. What baffles me is that the government then, the president who foresaw to the signing of this contract, never ever asked the contractor where that $40 million flighted to. Ti wey nsem kakra na information kakra Yura Abdul Malik Kwaku Baako eba flashback. Former President John Dramani Mahama has the effrontery to tell the ordinary Ghanaians, say, projector, Yakobo Obusian Free Swiss Bank, $200 million. First tranche, first phase, yes, $80 million. What's your idea? Nyamfa sokre mo fomu to amana. Enfa through elinshi mu nemu $40 million contract na fa free Ghana e de ko. Send the mother company be baby the car into $40 million in front aka. Meanwhile, the memorandum of understanding binding the contract and say the $80 million as the first tranche to kickstart the project. According to Mr. Abdul-Malik Kwaku Baako, at the end one want to say the government empowered them and the effrontery to causing constructura OAS say catch it a juma no shall say the $40 million what they quack. Now, secondly, the Brazilian government contractor because a Brazilian contractor to miss you this contractor over numerous corruption charges, yet still you could see say the $200 million was exhausted. Contract in the the mother country of that company to me sue the company over numerous corruption charges. Now still, and the minimum the first tranche of 80 million Ukraina, Juma 40 million. One I also say Constructura OAS no, or correct. But yesterday, we were able to exhaust $200 million. Housing units are inhabitable. Now, that former President Mahama said, well, no G 200 million I want to use it. You go first free and free and your family to us as Saglemi. That's so much. Or G $200 million. Yeah, the first phase of 1,506 in the 800 and something and habitable. Second phase, third phase, the other phase is now costing so. You won't be $200 million in the car. No, I say one sika and you go from it was. The way I expose kakra Abdul-Malik Kwaku Baako flashback or the bad for the Saglemi housing scandal. Now it was a performance.
What was the NDC? Yeah, by Dream Rollins, Mills, Mahama, we are focusing on housing. You could be a record. Also, see that house and apartment or there's any need for SSB, all the regions in the SSC. Then you call position by no. And there's a bad government. Until started another project, yes, if you maybe government workers. Now, because you say, barracks are no as a barracks be a corner in the fridges are wanting, none in the bad are wanting. So we thought of the security services and public workers, someone will be on better. And then start here. SSC housing unit, government workers. And your co-opposition. Until when you're not incompetent. And your co-opposition. And
Mamuja President Gufo de Nugu.
And your co-opposition. Until your co-opposition, we know. Omubejai, if you're not as you hope. After the Sikano Munyano, $48 million. Omuko pure water robbers. And the pure water robbers will be unpicky. Omu yeso omu use over 10 million 1 billion akwa tuto crew atokro so da ho bia anya bibia I know so omu si omo to amna na unim ne ati omo to amna no omu si bibia na nka police for beda teacher for beda nurse for beda no enwo hia Jesus Christ ni fie nto omo be si a single room best contain am Jesus Christ eno mo ja to. And to a man penny John Dramani Mama Casse. And can ye say, and can someone dream a teacher for no home? And can someone dream a nurse for no home? Jesus Christ, dear or Tinipapa. One tear. You see, so it's not necessary to about Sifi Amma Jesus Christ. Nipanya Denga.
Our brother Corner Jeffy. I
also, Basa, or Bakrada. I go Bakrada, I can feel no or Krada. I never just said, so just on penny baby. You see, and you don't think about the welfare of a teacher, a student. Because and the was a kiosk sabu krum haman for a honor mother. Because you go bullshit. Who come bullshit? One way a demo. Me one more mother promise almost some of us see Kaya for Yambasi Fiamomo. I asked to toilet and bath a moment. So you don't even look at the welfare of an ordinary Ghanaian. Because you now can obey matter. I say, Mahama in Pabon for your crumfo, medium minimum so be a crumfo.
About Joe and Castle crumfo.
No, I say this by a crumfo. Yes, you said it. You said it.
I fell on my deaf ear.
You said it on this.
You can play
back. Yes, you can play back the audio.
I think that is a bit unfair.
Yes, He did that.
And I'm so okay side there is unfair, so I condemn it.
Obia was
Withdraw.
Kwaku Baako me na me manage affairs wa ha. Thank you very much. You move you on why?
Obia was hospital about am say unya pomdin. Obia was house amount say anka onda. Obia wa ya kwan amount. Obia wa obia adwuma amount. Obia wa mba Ghana ya the amount before. Kataje Obia no first. Would you to go to Kuma? Unya at least 50 Ghana cedi. And now you to go to handkerchief. Handkerchief. I say San Nipano. And then Kataje. Na San Nipano. Oh, ukasa mankasa. Unza ukamuni ukasa my.
Marube fesi o wa mame.
San Nipano. What dream who Kataje was and there also be Adamo. I know Obia was so pick your water Robert so got more 4.8 million $43 million. Obia uses Kajako to Amana. When in Paboni, Kataje, Obia, what tia bensu we are fuel, contaminated fuel, Airano. When in Paboni, excavators, Aira, Kataje, Obia, what you create to Kumha, almost a division 3. Division 3.